heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will start this game off. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking.
Welcome to Bloomington, Indiana, home of... Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. The Hoosiers will kick it off to get us underway. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Oregon's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups.
He's going to take a shot. Snatches it up right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got him this time. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Spreads it inside the 10. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! A first down for the offense. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loss of 2.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Peppers. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just threw that one away to avoid this.
Incomplete.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He makes the connection. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point makes it 14-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive.
14, Indiana, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Shakes off the defender. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Line gets set, 1st down. quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch it.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. First down here for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's looking to throw it. Showing the arm strength to the left. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to buy time. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. La Tech delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in CUSA. Trust me when I say the party is on in Ruston. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standards, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Peppers. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Kendricks. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The new set of downs after the completion. And it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Dances away to buy time. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's caught! Touchdown, Oregon! Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
Indiana, 0.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been... And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And add another one to the tally. This guy leads the nation in sacks. The nation. He's the best pass rusher. Getting to quarterbacks, making life really, really hard. That's 2 on the day. Let's see how many he gets today.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Fires to the tight end. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks! This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll run it from the gun. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught in the backfield, it's Nowaski. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Bulldozes him. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. The Ducks are marching down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Nowaski. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Back to pass. It's Peppers. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. 3-and-out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on.
Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. 3-and-out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you want them to be. You want them to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure with every win. That
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. 4th down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He's looking to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Indiana, 0.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Ducks! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Power football with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He's going to pass. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Tight end finds a soft spot. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Peppers. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Hoosiers are flying down the field. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Ample time in the pocket, lets it go to the left. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Love the play call by the offensive coordinator. Always love being aggressive and trying to take shots, but that play worked because there was zero pressure coming from the defense. Quarterback had all day to scan the field.
Runs through a tackle. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job, and you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Peppers. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 6 over Western Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know. He lofts one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And that's good enough for 1st down.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to keep.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fires into the end zone. He caught it. And he goes out of bounds short of the marker. I don't think he got close. The defense going to stop. Timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes his man miss. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Bloomington. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to try to get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
On second down, looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Delivers the stiff arm. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field real.
He's loose down the left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Indiana! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They've love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Give to the running back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. Brings up.
He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and short, the power run here. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Off play action on first down. The throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now second and 10. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fires to the wideout. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Offense set on first down. They'll go to the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better.
Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. They're bringing heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. And the Hoosiers will punt it away on fourth down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the ball comes to rest right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. FIU is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Western Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? Game going, because so far, not a lot of success.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go! Flip it! Hand!
The give to the tailback. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Jackrabbit!
Back to throw, it's Peppers. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. That's caught. It's Tran. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Looking for the score. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Oh, and the QB so lucky that that one wasn't picked off. These are small windows to throw into down here in the red zone. Defense tipped it up in the air. A lot of defenders lurking around. Lucky that ball hit the ground.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Moves around to clear up the vision. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to escape and get it himself. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. That's caught. It's Trans. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. Inside the 30. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Chunked it away just as he was hit. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here's the handoff. No, he just flat ran over it. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Going up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone and swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He wants to throw it again. Caught on the outside. It's Nowaski.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Finally. Run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. This one's complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Peppers. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. 3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker, it's Nowaski. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the downs. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big leads in the fourth.
Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll take another shot here. And that pass intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Peppers. They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. And he muffs it. It's loose.
Northsburg is tackled down at the 26. And the Oregon offense will take over.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Grabs behind the line. It's Nowaski. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lets it fly. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Fires to the tight end. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the returner will be brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory. Looking for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Peppers. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple...
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Comes out throwing on first down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Here's the punt, and that is a major league pop-up. That thing's going to bring rain.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Coming after it. A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got...
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Got room on the return. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Oregon. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He's taking a deep shot. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah,